Massachusetts-based Insa Cannabis recently dropped new seasonal flavors of edibles. We had a chance to speak with Chef Julien Rose about the process and even taste some of those fall flavors.
I grew up in the surroundings of a bakery. So my parents owned a French bakery. So I grew up ever since I was 3 years old making cakes, pies, and croissants and all these good things. So, as I grew up, this was my normal. So, we had exposed to all these good things, and chocolate was a thing that I would see every day as my parents were working. So when I grew up and I went to professional school for pastry, so I was classically trained as a pastry chef. Then I specialized in confectionery and chocolate. And when I started doing consulting with Insa, of course, in the cannabis industry, it was very much a new field, if you will. But they still needed expertise to better their products. So my task was to remove any artificial colors, flavors, bring higher quality to the gummies and drops by replacing simple juice by pure puree, so real fruit puree. So we start the recipes with real raspberry, real strawberry, blueberry, passion fruit, mango, etc., etc.
And it's not just so simple as just throwing some cannabis oil into the mix, because if you do that, you're going to end up with something that tastes way too earthy, as they like to say. So there's that sweet spot of, well, people want to taste the cannabis, they don't want to taste the cannabis, right?
Correct. So there's, this is something that is always in the back of my mind. I always imagine, yes, you want to know that there's cannabis in it, but it has to be pleasant.
I noticed that you have some special flavors for the fall. What was the thought behind that?
So when we looked at fall as a group, this involves marketing, sales, kitchen, and even internally we ask our associates, what would you like to see and how would you be excited about a product? So we came up with caramel apple, for the drop, and pumpkin pie crumble for the chocolate bar. So those two are, of course, fall flavors that give you that warm feeling as it's getting chillier outside. So we created the milk chocolate or caramel chocolate pumpkin pie crumble, and I tried to bring, not just pumpkin spice. It was really getting the flavor of a pumpkin pie with the whipped cream on top. So it's very creamy, has a nice note of squash, pumpkin, but also delicate notes of spice. So it's not about the spice in your face like a coffee drink. And then for the caramel apple, same thing. We used real apple juice concentrate, and then added some caramel notes to it by caramelizing the sugar. So it's really kind of something that's flavorful. And for me, my objective is really bringing European quality to the table on the cannabis scene, because it's too easy, and I think a lot of companies fall victim of this. They just push out average product for the sake of getting cannabis in it.
Do you think it makes a difference having the product in the build, like you're getting your product's a few floors above you, so you're not white labeling, you're actually looking at your raw material from beginning to end?
Yeah, correct. So this is a great advantage because we can ask for different flavors from the different hybrids, if you will. And you're right, we grow, process, extract, distill, and produce here. So it's vertically integrated, which gives us that advantage of having a constant flow of products of high quality.
What is your favorite of all the stuff you're making? What is your favorite?
Probably the double sea salt caramel chocolate bar. So it's a caramel chocolate. Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. And I've added little salt caramel pieces, little hard candy pieces. Gives you that saltiness, and the sweetness is really well balanced, and it has a little texture. So that bar is like really amazing. And all the fruit gummies are delicious. This is the type of recipes I was doing in my shop. And they're called pâtes de fruits in French. So the pâtes de fruits are fruit paste, and it's made with real fruit, pectin, sugar, a little bit of glucose, and then citric acid, and it gels just nicely. It's not elastic like a gelatin gummy. This is more like a pâte de fruits, which is kind of European quality of confections, if you will. Cane for the holiday candy cane bar. So this is crushed candy cane that we put on the holiday bar.
How fun.
Mint,
Oh my gosh.
peppermint dark chocolate for holiday.
Oh my god, that looks so yummy.
It was super fun to watch the candy and edibles get made, but going into the store and seeing the display, well, it wanted us to buy one of everything. I'm Deborah Borchardt reporting for the Green Market Report from Insa Cannabis in Springfield, Massachusetts.